Welcome back, everybody. This is the thejonnymar, and I'm continuing with Soul Nomad and the World Eaters. So we need to head into the Ensnare Lands in order to search for Cuthbert and also for Yesterwind. And we have to unfortunately do a battle in the meantime. So let's activate that and let's move on with the storyline.
Good heavens. I think we've already been here.
Nah, I don't think so. Maybe you're hallucinating.
No, I'm sure of it. I left a number of markings so we wouldn't get lost. And here they are again.
What the hell's going on? How do we end up back here?
This isn't the normal sort of lost. There's a spell cast on the area.
The spell, huh?
Got any ideas?
Yes, it must be tough for you commoners to pick up on. But there's a fearsome giant in the center of this place. There's magic surrounding it to seal it and turn the area into a giant maze.
Yes, now that you mention it, I've heard such rumors before. The sorcerer who cast the original spell was Dio, I believe.
Hey, didn't you used to call yourself Dio? That means you can break the spell.
Of course I can. I told you, there's nothing I cannot do. It seems like a simple visual trick using the extra power of the seal. Pathetic magic like this, I can just go away.
Hold on! Where'd all these enemies come from? They look like those thermal... those thirsty... those cult people!
It wasn't me, I swear. Everything went fine.
Nope, definitely your fault. You're totally useless. But then, that sister-loving man-cow made you do it, so it's really his fault.
Hey, don't try to pin this one on me.
Well, looks like we have a battle to do. And I guess Dio is to blame for it, or Odie, as he's called. So we have to continue across another barren landscape. A lot of the next couple of battles are actually going to be on kind of desert or barren landscapes, so basically you have to kind of keep that in mind. And most of the enemies here are pretty vanilla in the sense that they're not really anything we haven't seen yet so far. But we will see some more advanced groupings of those enemy groups, so they're actually, some of the groups anyway, are actually going to be kind of tough, but certainly not as difficult as the Shauna battle that we did recently. So we're going to try to end this battle as quickly as possible by sending my 3 main parties after each of these little groups of enemies. So I'm going to, of course, build up my actions so that I can move as quickly as possible towards each of the groups, and then we're going to try to activate some counterattacks to take them out ASAP. Now, as usually the case, you have to watch out for the archers and also the mage groups, but interestingly enough, some of the warrior groups actually have a lot of mages in them as well. So they're not necessarily following the pattern, so to speak, of the past fights that we've had, where most of the groups are all one character type. Instead, they're actually starting to mix and match during these different battles. So you really should take a closer look in each battle at the different enemy groups, especially once we start to get into some of the more advanced battles. So the boss battles, the mini-boss battles, etc. You really got to be careful of what characters are actually in each of the groups. So do you think it was Dio's fault that these enemies were here? I don't. I think they were just kind of hanging out, and basically he was able to get rid of some of the spell, it seems like, which revealed some of the enemies, but I'm not sure it worked exactly the way we wanted it to. But it is interesting that they brought up that Dio was the original person to cast this spell. So you kind of have to wonder what's going on with that. I mean, we've seen over the last couple episodes this whole Dio and Median kind of storyline and how they seem to be connected to Gig back when he was Vigilance. And we still don't have all of the information on that stuff, so I'm not 100% sure what's going on, and I'm sure many of you are certainly not as well. But my hope is that as we progress, we'll be able to get more of that info and continue to piece together this puzzle and make sense of it. Wow, one archer. Now it's my turn. You're gonna get some arrows, some explosives, and also some magic. Bet you're glad you attacked. Well, the archer did survive, but that was a net gain for me. And of course, 11 is one space away from being able to actually engage this enemy group, so we'll have to just let him counterattack. Oh god. Frickin' Terror Blaze. Always attack frickin' 11 with that. His group is the only one that seems to lose party members. And it's usually because of a mage. Alright. So we are, of course, still using our Loki's Fortune rooms. We're still trying to build up our levels as quickly as possible. There's actually an optional battle that we can take on in the very near future. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to try to go for it. You need a lot of money in order to buy an item to actually activate that battle. So I'm not sure if I actually want to spend that money or not. I'll continue to think about it, and we'll see once we actually get there. Yeah, these enemies do kind of have that thirsty, or what did Danette say? Basically, she was referring to the Thuris cult members with their very obnoxious laughs and very creepy laughs. Yeah, let's see if we can activate a special ability here, just in case we need it. And I didn't, but still, I think when you're taking on a mage group or an archer group, it's certainly worthwhile to be overly cautious with your abilities. Or actually be overly aggressive. Use the abilities, because you don't want to leave them around. Alright, and we're making pretty good progress here. We've eliminated pretty much all of the dangerous groups. And let's do Dual Rampage. I like this ability. Danette and Juno. See if that mage survives. Oh yeah, just barely. A good thing we did it. So Danette seems to also be coming around a little bit. She seems to be slowly getting her memory back since that encounter with Thuris. Kind of served as a break in her mental kind of block, it seems like. Because remember, she didn't really remember her past too well, and her memory was really bad also. Although she's still having some issues with some memory stuff. She did remember that they're called World Eaters, but she didn't remember that they're called Thurus cult members. The big question here is, how are we actually going to get rid of this little barrier that's keeping us from getting to the middle of this area? And this is the Thunderlord ability between Dio, or Odie, and the main hero. You'll notice it also hit our hero, but luckily it doesn't do damage to him. So again, Odie's showing he's not really that great of a character, but he's okay. I mean, I like him. He does a good job. And only a couple more enemy groups and we'll be done with this battle. And then we'll see if we can, I don't know, find a way around this trap that they've set for us. Maybe Odie's spell, in addition to revealing these enemies, actually worked. I guess we'll find out after this battle. It is almost over, just a few more enemy groups to go through. Then we can continue to track Yesterwind and see if we can find them. Don't have to worry too much. Obviously my stamina is starting to get down, but this battle is pretty much over at this point. The enemies just don't know it yet. Alright, let's get Levin some experience. His group tends to fall behind. And we'll just use our abilities quickly before we end this. Alright, come at me, bro. And that is this battle. So now we get to see kind of the aftermath, what happens, and did Odie actually break this seal, this big magic spell that the original Dio cast? My bet is on no.
Here we go. One more time. Get lost.
Great incantation. Go away and get lost. Nice one.
See? Totally useless. Just give it up already.
I really can't do it. Am I really so weak? Is that why Gestalt and the pups abandoned me?
Mr. Odie, please. You can do it. Just try your best.
I'm sorry. My power, it's just not enough.
Hey, come on, Sluggo! Hang in there! We have to break that seal. My sister, she's...
I'm really sorry. I just can't.
Not really the time to wallow in self-pity here.
Dio, stand up straight.
Endorf.
Yeah, it's just impossible. I can't do it, Endorf.
Stand and be proud. A man who claims the name of Dio should carry himself better than this. Their reinforcements will be here soon. Have you forgotten your oath to the angels of this town?
Endorf, how can you... I can't protect them. You have to do it. You have to rescue everyone. Please.
What, so that you can run away? You, who carries the Dio legacy? Are you not prepared to risk your life in order to keep your word?
Just stop. My name isn't Dio. It's Odie. I'm the laughing stock of the entire Dio family. I have no power. I'm an embarrassment.
They're coming to kill us. Dio. No, Odie. You and I are the same. Perhaps the paths of glory have been closed to you. That's nothing to be ashamed of. How the world sees you means nothing. What matters is how you see the world. Nothing matters unless you choose to care about it, and only you can decide what your life is worth.
Ooh.
Alexandria, this wretched life you once saved, I might have to give it up before I can repay you. I'm sorry. This is as far as you go!
Endor.
What of the flame? Nothing burns hotter than my own fury! I won't lose!
See y'all next time, viewers.